Hey everyone, welcome back to No Mans Sky. Good to see you all. Beeblebum here. What I'm going to show you today is a few curve techniques, how to make some nice smooth curves. This is a technique I learned from Pez-s. This is quite an old technique, so you might have seen me using this quite a lot in my older builds. But I want to focus on this now and show you how you can do it, and you can use it in your own projects. So, without further ado, let's jump into it. Now, to make this technique, we will have to build ourselves first a wire. Now, depending a bit on how you want your curve to go, you will have to work with longer wires or shorter wires. But let's just show you what I mean with that. Let's start with a garage door, as this is my favorite way to get wires sorted out. So let's just place a floor here. Let's do a reverse wire glitch. Pull a wire from here to here, like that. Let's put another floor here and then do another one from here to here. And that now allows us to remove this garage door, and we still have our wire in the floor. So now with this wire, we can now do our curve. So depending a bit on the curve, depending on how long your curve want to be, you can also make longer wires. And I will show you the difference between those two. So the technique here is that if you have let's go for a short wall. You can also use a large wall, by the way. For this tutorial, I will be using the short walls here. We'll just snap one here. We're going to wire glitches on the connector like that. And we're going to wire glitch another one on this connector like this. All right. And this is going to be the tilting point, the curve point. So if I now place another short wall on top of that, and then we reverse wire glitch from the short wall, then we can just pull a wire from that to that center point here. Now we can do a wire glitch on that connector. As you can see, this wire is slightly tilted. That means if I now wire glitch, you will also see that my short wall is starting to curve slightly. So if I do this again, I place another one on top and do another reverse wire glitch, and then pull that wire back to here, you can now see we have another tilt, which is again is going to curve that wall. So now I can just keep on doing that, and it might be best if I just speed this up for you so you don't have to wait the whole thing. Alright, now you can see I cannot connect more than 10 wires on one connecting point. So as you can see here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I cannot glitch more wires or snap more wires on that. That means I'm going to have to delete these wires in here to be able to continue the curve. Now, before we do that, you can leave this one if you want to have this curve here. If you want to change this is possible as well. You can remove these short walls and glitch something else on it by using the existing curve. I mean, you can simply go in here and you can decide, you know what, I would like to glitch barricades on that. That will also allow you to make a very nice curve in barricades, which is going to give you another design. It's going to give you another look by using the existing connectors. This is just a little tip extra here. Now, for the case of this, we're going to just delete the wires here. Like that. And now we're going to continue doing this curve. Now you will see from here on now, this is not going to be straight anymore. You can see this wire is starting to go over the 90 degrees. Now what is going to happen, first of all, you will see that the connector is going to start flipping around. You see that it's no longer directed or faced in that way. It's now facing in that way. So if I snap this wall on it, it will also snap in this direction. Now, I need to warn you about this now, because this is not an exact perfect circle. That means that if I would continue doing this circle in that way, I will go around and I will go out of here. This will come somewhere here. This is one way you could make a spiral, by the way. This is one technique you could use for that. So if you want to do this curve again on the other side, then you will have to extend the wire to that way, then start from here and then curve from there to here. And then if you want to go to the bottoms, you will have to do the same. You will have to flip your wire and then do the curve down, and then do the curve down like that. You will have to do them in quarter sections. Now, if you would do this on a shorter piece, you will see that the curve is going to be way shorter. So that will also be a little bit less smooth. You won't have that nice connection here. But it depends a bit on what you want to do on your build. How big is your build? What are you aiming for? This is all a little bit depending a bit on the style you want to go for. Once again, we hit that number 10. So we'll leave it like that for the moment. As you can see now, we made a curve again, but way smaller. It's now less pieces and it's short. It's also a little bit more jagged, maybe edged is a little bit sharper, but that's okay. Now, like I said, you can delete these here. You can delete the short walls in between, and you can now use these connectors as a foundation for something else. So we could go to the barricade, as I said before, take the barricade and now glitch that barricade on these connectors to create a different looking arch, which might be something you're going for. Like that. This will create a different arch look, and if you would make this in a dome, this will look really nice. So this is definitely a great way to do domes and spheres. Once again, this is the outer dome. We have, of course, another way to do this, and we can go to the other side for that. For that, we will need a straight wire. So here we're going to go and put a wall down like that. And we're going to take this floor and we're going to adjacency to the small floor. So we have now a short wall of a small floor. Place that small floor on the side. And now we will place a light floor instead. So now we're going to place a light floor. You will see that this connector is now pointing in a certain direction. What I'm going to do, we're going to rotate that way so that the light floor is facing to the left. Now we're going to snap this floor here. We're going to reverse Y glitch from this floor down. Snap it on this light floor. Do not remove the light floor yet. We're going to put another wall on top. Take this floor again. Do another reverse Y glitch. And then connect that to this wire down here. Now we can delete the light floor, which is also going to remove the wire. Now we can also delete all these. So now we have a nice wire right here. And you can see it's also pointing or facing to the left, which is going to be very handy for our next step. Now we can do the same. We can take a short wall. Let's just use this one. We're going to wire glitch it on here. Like that. And now we can just do the same again. Now what you will see is that this curve is now going inwards. I mean, it's the same curve as you would be doing the dome. It's just that the curve is now inwards, which makes a very nice design if you want to use this as a roof for a house or something. This is definitely one way you could do that. And now we are already starting to go inwards. So this is a really quick way to make a roof. Before you also delete these, you can also use these wires inside the connectors to light up your base. You can go to, for example, the lantern if you want. You can just wire glitch lanterns in these connectors before you remove the wires. The lanterns will nicely be hidden inside the wall. As you can see, they do not show up. But if we then delete the wires afterwards, the light will stay inside. Now the advantage of this is if you then of course have these lights in there, you can easily build something below it. You can see that it's already starting to light the area up. So if you go into your camera and let's go to the dark side, you will see that also the inside is lit up. So it will give you a very nice glow, a very nice look without having the light showing. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me today. Always glad to help you out with some new techniques and ways to build and expand on your base building. Let me know if you enjoyed this, and don't forget to hit that thumbs up on your way out, and I will see you again in the next video. This was Beeblebum. Goodbye for now.